day 3, which is a dark smoky eye. I've already done my foundation, powdered, done my eyebrows, which eyebrows are something that I let my eyebrows just go forever. When I worked at this coffee shop, there was an Aveda salon in the mall that I worked at near there, and there were these girls that would come over all the time and tell me how much they hated my eyebrows and how they wanted to do something with them. So defiantly, I just did nothing with my eyebrows, and everything that is there is my natural hair. I've just darkened it, and I actually trim my eyebrows down a lot. They probably need trimming now, but because I didn't do anything with them until relatively recently, it's something that is still a pretty new skill for me. So I'm still learning how to do my eyebrows. So for the smoky eye, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. This palette has been discontinued. I actually got it from Nordstrom Rack probably 5 or 6 months ago. So I don't know whether they still have it or not, but it seems like an appropriate choice for a smoky eye. I'm going to talk about my appointment with my therapist today while I do my eye makeup, since it was my first appointment with her, and I really liked her. I was really nervous going into it. Just somebody new and telling them my life story, it's something that is a little nerve-wracking. Just going to start out with Combust. I'm just using a blending brush that I got off of, actually I think I might have gotten this out of like a Christmas pack at Target. It's not any brand, any blending brush will work. I'm just going to put some shadow in the crease. So I went in and I was nervous when I got there, and I showed up really early because I knew that I had paperwork to fill out and I didn't know how much there was going to be. And I was sitting in the waiting room, and while I was sitting in the waiting room, I actually was having so much anxiety that I almost started crying before I even managed to make it into see her. This blending brush isn't working for me. Anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about self-image versus self-esteem, because it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. For a dark eye, I'm just going to go straight in with the dark colors. This color is called Password, but it's something I've been thinking about a lot because I don't think I have a low a negative self-image. I think that my image of myself is really positive. I genuinely like the person that I am. I think that I am somebody who cares about people and who really tries to make sure that I am doing what is right, sometimes to my own detriment. But I try not to hurt people, and I work hard and do what I need to do to take care of myself as much as possible. So my self-image is good. I think that I'm fairly intelligent. I don't think that I have I have some body image issues, but not a ton. My self-esteem, on the other hand, is different, and I think that people don't usually separate them and don't realize that you can both have a positive self-image and a low self-esteem. And I think that self-esteem is much more based on how you feel other people see you and how other people view your actions, who you are, it tends to be very tied up in what a person looks like, what societal expectations are. It's not even that I worry about it, it's just that I feel like people have a less than positive view of me. And it's one of the things that made me really hesitant to start making these videos, because I am overweight, I don't have perfect teeth, I don't have perfect skin, I'm not a makeup artist, so my stuff that I put on my face isn't going to be amazing. I've never done anything like this before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Everything is just sort of learning as I go. And because I have a good self-image, it's all stuff that I believe that I can do. But because I have self-esteem issues, I worry about other people thinking negative of me because of it. And it's the reason that when I share my posts, so I share it on Facebook to say that I've put up a new post, but I only share it with a certain group of people, because I'm terrified that if I just share it with everyone, that I'm going to say something that's going to offend someone, and then I'm going to have to deal with drama and backlash. And it's something that I won't. Frankly, if I get negative comments, I'm just going to ignore them. I'm not going to engage in drama about me talking about my life or about makeup. It's makeup. I don't understand all of the drama that is happening right now in the beauty community on YouTube, which also made me really hesitant to start making videos, because I don't want to be associated with drama, or for people to think that I'm doing it to get in on the drama, because it's definitely not the case. And so those things added to the anxiety of doing this, for sure. And the brush that I'm using is just the brush that came in the palette, by the way. But I, at the end of the day, obviously decided that this was what I wanted to do, because it's what I think is going to be best for me emotionally. It gives me a good outlet. And I also feel like there's a chance that it could help somebody else. I don't know how to express how much it's helped me just hearing other people talk about their anxiety on YouTube. And I feel like a lot of people on YouTube and in general are just not very genuine. So you don't get a lot of people who are talking about their real lives. And a lot of people also just aren't comfortable talking about what is going on in their real lives. And that's fine. It's, not everybody needs to be someone who wants to share their lives with the world. It's fine for people to want to be more private. I think that it's strange if somebody wants to be private that they have made their lives out of a social media platform. That just seems like an odd choice, but to each their own. I'm just going to use the color Smolder underneath my eyes. I do definitely still struggle with feeling like I need to lose weight for other people to find me attractive. And I feel like I need to be able to go and, I feel like I need to get my teeth whitened because my teeth are yellow, because I drink a lot of coffee and I smoked. I quit smoking about 10 years ago, but I used to be a smoker, so my teeth are stained. And it doesn't really bother me. I'm never going to get braces. I've decided that I'm not really interested in paying to have my teeth whitened. I use whitening toothpaste and it does what it does, and if that's not enough, then oh well. And so dealing with the conflicting ideas of how I think other people view me versus how I view myself is something that has always led to anxiety and depression, especially when it comes to things like dating or being in a relationship. And I think that that's really common for anybody. I don't think that it's just somebody that is overweight or somebody who, has certain physical attributes. I think that, and I'm sure that there are some people who do not have huge issues with, worrying about what their partner thinks about them in relationships. But I think that for the most part, most people do have some concerns in their relationship at some point that they might not be attractive enough for their partner. And it, again, all comes down to what your self-esteem is. I'm going to do lashes today, or I'm going to try to do lashes if I can get them out of the package. They're the Sephora lashes. These are in Original Hipster. So for blush, I'm going to use the blush from the Real Her Be Fearless, Be Limitless. I'm going to use this middle blush. It is in Limitless. Real Her is a brand that I hadn't tried until I got this blush in a BoxyCharm, and I love it. It is, for matte blushes, it is my favorite blush, and the one that I reach for most often. Let's see if I can do this without ending up with clown cheeks this time. So, working on myself for me right now means, one, really focusing on therapy. That's looking way darker in the viewfinder than what it looks in person. But obviously therapy is going to be really important and something that I'm going to be focusing on. And then also just a sleep schedule, a regular sleep schedule. I'm going to set an alarm for when I go to bed and when I wake up every day. That is probably one of the most difficult things for me to stick to. For my highlight, I'm going to use the Ofra Pillow Talk highlighter. I just got this today. It's the first time I've ever used an Ofra highlighter. They were 50% off for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So I'm curious. Oh, wow. It's really, it's shiny. And don't get me wrong, I like it. But I'm also going to sit down and make myself just like a daily schedule. And there are things that I need to do every day so that I don't end up just sitting on the couch watching YouTube videos, or end up spending all of my time playing The Sims. Because I may not have mentioned it, but I'm addicted to The Sims. I actually was really angry before I filmed this video. I spent an hour and a half building a new retail space because an expansion came out, and then it crashed and I lost everything from the hour and a half that I had spent building. So I decided that that was my cue to stop playing and to come film. Because it seemed ridiculous to actually get upset about it. I was, momentarily. I'm not gonna lie. I had a moment of being actually really angry. But anyway, so I'm gonna have a daily schedule so that I don't just get lost in hours and hours of playing The Sims or watching other people online playing The Sims. And I'm going to make sure that there are things on there that involve getting out of the house and going and doing things. And even if it's just saying, you know, on this Saturday, I'm going to spend an hour going and walking around at a park, or I'm going to take the dog to a dog park, or even I'm going to go out and do yard work. Just things that get me out of the house and doing things that involve moving. I've also not been in touch with a lot of my friends, with the exception of maybe an occasional text message, because of my anxiety. So you guys know who you are. Sorry. I'm not avoiding you. I just haven't been capable of talking to people in person. I'm going to use the Benefit Roller Lash mascara. So I think that I need to try to have a little bit of a social life. I definitely need to start working out more and have a regular workout schedule. I have a pretty nice elliptical, and I think that I need to allot my viewing of YouTube time to elliptical time. Like, if I want to watch YouTube videos, I need to be on the elliptical, because that way I am motivated, one, to get on the elliptical, and I still am doing other things that I enjoy while I'm doing it, which helps the time pass. Oh, just poked myself in the eye. Always a good time. Oh, and I got mascara underneath, so I'm going to let that dry and then I'll flake it off. But it's something that will help me lose weight. It's something that will help me stay positive. If I am losing weight and I'm eating healthier and I'm taking better care of myself, my mental health is going to get better with that. Even with the other things that I'm dealing with, the underlying issues of the clinical depression and the clinical anxiety will start to improve. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put on my lashes. These are a lot different than the eyelashes that I usually wear. Normally, when I wear false lashes, I wear lashes that are really dramatic on the outside, and these are just kind of all the same. It's actually two different lengths, like they're double layered, and they have one layer that's about the same length as my regular lashes, and then it has like these sparse ones that are almost all the way to my eyebrow. So I think that I like them. We'll see. They're comfortable. I do like Sephora lashes in general, and a lot of it is just, it has a really thin band. I remember when I started doing lashes, for some reason I thought that having a thicker band would make it easier. It doesn't. Having a thinner band definitely helps because it just makes the lash more malleable. I did use the Sephora lash glue that came with it, so we'll see how I feel about that. All right, so lips. For lips, I just got this yesterday. It is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit in Lavender Crown. Anyway, I know that this was really rambly and not focused at all. It's been a pretty emotional day, and tomorrow I'm sure is also going to be emotional since I'm going back to the therapist and it's just a continuation of my intake appointment. I'm feeling pretty positive about therapy and about her specifically as a therapist. She's somebody that I felt really comfortable talking to, and she doesn't make me feel at all like I'm being judged, which, like I had said previously in my first video, was one of my biggest concerns about therapy. I think it was the first video. Maybe it was yesterday's video. I don't know. I'd said previously at some point that was one of my issues. Oh, when this dries down, it's really pretty. Sorry, the mirror is right behind my camera, if you're ever wondering what I'm looking at. Also, said I was going to work on that. Didn't work on it at all. Just rambled a lot. Hopefully I will get better at having a focused idea when I sit down to film. Since I'm doing this every day for at least 65 days, I imagine I will probably get better at it. Editing is also something that I'm working on. It's going to take time. For thumbnails, I'm not about clickbait, so I've just been letting it pick my thumbnail for me, which don't know how great of an idea that is, because the first one was okay, the second one was a little odd, but I just don't have time to figure out how to edit completely and do thumbnails and everything all at the beginning. So right now I'm just going to focus on trying to put the videos together in a manner that makes sense. Anyway, I thank everybody for sticking around and listening. If you would like to leave a comment down below, I would like to know that you were here and that you were watching my video. And I will be back tomorrow with another video. So hopefully they will start to get shorter as I get better at this. This one probably isn't going to be short because of all the rambling at the beginning. We'll see what happens in editing. All right. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day. Hope everyone is doing well. Bye.